Hello and welcome to another field focus. Nearly said Ford focus there. Freudian slip. Anyway, how are you all doing? So today I want to talk about business model. Now it doesn't matter at what stage you are, whether you're generating ideas for your book, you're writing your book, you've got your manuscript and you're working on other aspects of your book. It's something I want to sow a seed so that you can be thinking about it as you progress through the author's adventure. So the business model is how you're going to profit from your product and services. That's what the business model is. So people's business model will be around their ideal clients, what they're selling, and the best way in order to attract those clients to buy whatever it is you're ordering. So from your from your book to your flagship program to your keynote speech. And these are the three main aspects of doing that. So maybe you have to consider like a lead magnet. If I put something up on the screen, then let me see if I can put the whiteboard, because I like, you know, a bit of a teacher, so I like to write and talk at the same time. So we'll do it in text because my handwriting's not good when you're doing this. So business model. It's a title, so we need capital letters. Business model. How you make profit from your product and services. So that, in essence, it's the how you doing it. So let's start with lead generation. So lead generation. So you're going to have a book, but what else might you want them to know about? You might have a book. You might like doing webinars. You might like doing, you might give giveaways. Oops, sorry. Or freebies. So that might be an ebook. It might be a free chapter. So the idea is that you find ways. So we obviously recommend that you have a free chapter to help with pre-sales and things, and then you can use it for other things once you've got it created. The idea is to create something and just reuse it or repurpose it for whatever purpose that you want. So lead generation, you might give away your book to get them to come to your higher priced. So you've got a £15 book. You might want to give that away to get them to come to a higher priced workshop, for example. Let's talk about the next bit. So business model, how you're going to make profit from your products and services. So lead generation, I've given you three. You can think of more as well. And maybe when people put in the chat, you get ideas from what they do. So think about what it is you do. So you're going to get them into something. So that something could be your flagship program. That could be 12 months. Could be any length of time. But your flagship program should take them on a journey. You might like doing workshops. You might like doing so they could be one day or weekends. You might like what you're writing about in your book. You might like to do it as a workshop. You might not want to keep taking people on. You might have a mastermind. It depends the topic of your book. If you've got if you've written, let's say, fiction, you could offer writing workshops and teach what you've learned yourself about writing fiction. So you've got a flagship program. You also would have, you would look at your keynote speech. Because remember, you want to get paid. You know, you want to get paid for doing professional speaking. Public speaking is free. Professional speaking is paid for. So it takes us on to looking at how you use your book in this way. Now, I'm keeping it simple. I've got the rule of three there. And it's important. Now, your keynote speech, let me just give you some ideas about that. Your keynote speech. Now, your book it has 10 chapters. You've got 11 keynote speeches. Well, you've got a keynote speech based on the title of your book. And then you've got 10 topics, because each chapter is a different theme. So before you know it, by the time you finish your book, you should have on your website that you're available for speaking. And your keynote speech is, let's go. Caroline Purpose come to my mind straight away. Feel It to Heal It. But within Feel It to Heal It, she's got different topics. Dr. Kate Annalou's book, Time for Purpose, her book is clearly defined with 10 topics. So she knows she can talk about purpose per se, time for purpose, what that means. But she can go into greater depth by saying she's available to talk about mindset, to talk about acceptance, to talk about letting go, to talking about habit forming, all these things. So she has got 11 titles. So your book is 10 chapters, plus the title equals 11 talks. Wow. You are going to appeal to so many. But the most important thing is who it's for. So let's go to the who now. Oops, what happened there? So who? So this is the what. Put that up here. You know me, I like narrative. We've talked about that before. So what is it? Who's it for? So this is your ideal reader, who is your ideal client. So that's very important, that you need to know your business model is for this group of people. It's for, so therefore, when you are marketing, you know where to market. So we have a focused approach. So who are they? Where? Oops. Where do they hang out? Then when are they there? Is it during the day? Is it at night time? Is it afternoons? Is it like mornings? And this is all about the purpose of knowing this is to direct your marketing. Avoid scattergun approach. Essential that you do that you avoid that scattergun approach. So you may already have a business model. You may not have clarity around that business model yet. You may need to adjust your business model. And that's why this is so holistic in design, the author's adventure, because you have got to think about all of these things. Your book is, you know, it's a passport, it's a lead magnet, it's a legacy, it's all of these things. And you can shift the lens any way you like and create the story around the book, depending on what it is you want to achieve. What is the goal? Is it selling more books? Or are you going to be smart and sell So let's put a price on this. So your book, I'm going to make it £20, so because maths is easier, right? So we do usually, this is like a funnel as well. There's all different names for it. So your webinars they're usually free. Although I have seen people do webinars, I would say it would be more a masterclass. So let's add that in masterclass. You could charge for a masterclass, so you could get money there. And you might charge, let's say you're charging £97. Just that. It could be £40, it could be £200. It just depends where you're comfortable in. So your book, well, you can sell hundreds and thousands of books. Masterclasses, you probably want maybe 10 at a time. So you might make £1,000 for a masterclass, and you might run that masterclass every 3 months or something like that. So you want to start adding up what it's costing you. Your flagship program for 12 months. Now that could be, I'm going to say that's £5,000. You know, because that's all of your genius in there. Some people it's £10,000. We're £8,000. It will go up because we know the value of what we offer. What workshops, that could be anything from maybe 197 to 497 roughly. You know, so again, you might have 10 to 20 people there. 10 people, you're going to make £5,000. 20 people, £10,000 for your workshop. That's all right. So you can see how your business model fits in. Most important thing though is it needs to be what you like to do, that you can do all day long and you don't get fed up doing, that you love it so much. That's the absolute key to this. That's the secret. The secret is it's got to be what you love doing. You could just do it all day long. But imagine doing what you love all day long and getting paid at the same time. And then your mastermind is another high price ticket. You might run a mastermind for 6 months and you might charge 10K for it. And again, you would have about 10, 12 people in it. That's 120K. So I want you just to start thinking and adding figures to this and looking at project what you want in your life. So when I said to you when you came and spoke to me on the first time that if you want to sell 10,000 books, I'm not your publisher, because that takes a lot of effort and time and investment and more money. And that's something that the clients that we have, they've not got big budgets for marketing. You might spend a few £100 here and there, because remember, it's not just about the book is the gateway to everything else. The book is the ticket that opens doors to all of these, you know. Keynote speech. So if you were lucky enough to speak in America and you get paid for it, you'll get between $15,000 and $26,000. I know. Interesting. Guess where I'm heading? In this country, lucky if you get $2,000. Dubai, you might be able to command 5,000. So, but you want to be comfortable in it. You know, you really need to be comfortable in talking from your heart, and absolutely you eat, breathe, and sleep it. You walk your talk. But a keynote speech, can you imagine? $15,000, let's say £12,000 a month for a keynote speech. You might want just a lifestyle business and you've got your book and you do book signings and different things. So you might want to focus more on speaking, and you might be happy with doing, I don't know, one a month. It's quite a lot of money. That's 72,000, is it? I've got to count it. 712s, 72,000, something like that a year, just for speaking for an hour and signing and doing a few other little things. That's not bad. You might want 2 a month, double that, getting to 150,000 a year, plus extra bits, plus sales of books and whatever. So you can see that you can now start to work out how much do I want to earn. We've not done that. I work with a coach. He calls it maths and balls. We've not done that exercise. I've not incorporated it into what we do here at Book Brilliance. But do you know what? It's a good little exercise. We've started it here. So it might be something that I will evolve over time. It might be something that we'll look at when I do my mastermind section, which will be for published authors. So anyway, business model. What is it? It's how you make a profit from your products and services. You have got a book, you've got a business, you can speak. You're an entrepreneur. You can start to see the kind of money that's possible for you. Here's the bottom line. You need to be visible. You need to interact. And you need to promote. So you are an author VIP. You are visible. You're everywhere. Become ubiquitous. Interact with people on all levels, online, offline, and promote your book. I'm not saying, oh, buy my book. Talk about, have deep conversations about some of the elements that's within your book. Write, be on podcasts with those topics. Write blogs, be in magazines. You know, sometimes you have to invest in a lot of these big magazines. So like Success Magazine, and what's the other one that everybody works with? Huffington, God, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, you have to pay to be in those magazines unless you're somebody like Lord Sugar. They're not going to ask him to pay. But the majority of entrepreneurs who are on an upward trajectory, you pay to be in that. How else are they going to make money? I'm just letting you know that. So it's about energy, investment of time, effort, and money in order for you to make a bigger impact in the world. Unfortunately, that's the way of the world that we are. You get very little. If you don't put anything in, you're not going to get it back. What you put in is what you get out. So if you put in a wee bit more money, you'll get more money out. Don't know when, though. Can't guarantee that. But it happens. It works. I know, because that's what I've done for the last 3 years with Brilliance Publishing, as we build and get clearer and more clarity about what it is we're doing and who we're working with. So that's the same for you with your book. So I will save this and I'll tell you what I'll do. I'm going to copy it all, and I'm going to get a document with it all in and get it sent to you, or you'll find it in school below this video. So this is Brenda saying, be brilliant. Much love. Until the next field focus, toodle pip. Go and do a little exercise as to how much you could earn in 1 year based on what we've discussed today. What's your business model? Bye.